Hey guys, Goose here, back on the showroom floor for E3 week. Now, today is all about getting hands-on games, so I'm going to run about, see what I can play, and I think that means joining a lot of lines. Wish me luck. First up, it was straight to Nintendo for a look at Smash Bros. Now, that new roster they announced is huge, but I was quite keen to check out the new Inklings. I was curious to see how they played and what kind of moves they can pull off. As an Inkling character, I actually have to recharge all my ink by turning into a squid again. Unfortunately, I'm a little rusty when it comes to remembering how to play Smash. Just gotta scrub up on some of the controls. Oh, that makes sense, okay. Oh no. What? Yes! Oh, that was awesome. Once I got the hang of it, I checked out some of the other fighters and additions like the Squid Sisters turning up and shrinking the playing area, which was very cool. Playing as Ridley from the Metroid series, it was kind of terrifying. Duking it out as Ridley with returning favourites the Ice Climbers on the new Splatoon stage confirmed for me that this game is going to be nuts. And that's a really unfair matchup. Look, the poor little Ice Climber. That's rough. So I'm here with Dan, who's the creative director for the Forza franchise. First question, Dan, what was wrong with Australia? You had to make a sequel somewhere else.
Australia was brilliant, I have to be honest. It was beautiful and fans reacted so well. But for us, Forza Horizon 4 is all about seasons. Bringing people together in this shared open world with dynamic seasons that are synchronized.
Vroom, vroom.
Britain is defined by its
Sure,
seasons.
they've got the worst weather, so yeah.
Deciduous trees, rain, mud, sheep. I don't know if that's seasonal. Well, that's true. But it just felt right to go to Britain, really showcase the seasons, and create kind of a life for racers that they can get together and experience this incredible world together. There's 4 seasons. They change every single week for the entire community. Time of day, weather, everything's synchronized, so everyone experiences it together.
Right.
So it's like you're living this Horizon life together as a group. You can buy property, you can do races. There are more things to do in the world, but the festival and that music and the radio stations are still a core component of getting that playful fun in the world.
Still not Australia, though.
It's not Australia.
It won't be the same. After all that excitement, I decided to go see a man about a fox. So I'm joined now by Andrew, who's the creator of Tunic, a game that got a lot of attention and was my pick of the show, I'd say. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
First of all, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, for sure. Tunic is an isometric action adventure about a tiny fox in a big world where you explore the wilderness, fight monsters, and find secrets. As far as why it's a fox, I think, a lot of people can identify with a fox. You look at it and you're like, that could be me.
Can you tell me a little bit about the world you're actually inhabiting?
Yeah, for sure. It's a, it's a ruined place. It's very lonely. But if people are persistent and they like, looking for secrets, they might find some stuff that tells them a little bit about where this place came from and why it's here.
Terrifying. Okay, time for something a little more old school. Spyro Reignited trilogy, what exactly is reignited about this?
Oh, it's our love letter to fans. It's our chance to go back to a game that's now 20 years old from the first Spyro game and bring them to modern audiences. It's this adventure of a little kid dragon going out to save everyone that he knows. It's like, what's not to love about that? The big challenge for us was making sure that it was faithful to the game. So if, like us, we had played it before and you have that muscle memory, we can still respect that while having this new look and feel through the art that just brings it to life today.
It's just so satisfying burning the grass. I mean, it grows back. For anyone coming to this franchise for the first time, what's something you're excited for them to experience?
The dragons.
Sure.
I'm sorry, I'm a little hyped about the first game, Dragons. They are so much fun. They just have all this character and personality to how they look. And for me, it's great because it's still the original story. It's not like we changed the story, but they act now and you feel like they're painters, they're working on sculptures, they have tribes that they work with. It's a whole range of things that are a lot of fun.
Be careful, Spyro. Toasty has many tricks up his sleeve.
Next, I got the chance to sit down with Little Big Planet developers' newest creation tool, Dreams.
You can make absolutely anything. You can make games, music, movies, little animations. You can specialize in trees if you like, or if you want to just play, you can also do that, because look, there's just an amazing amount of content to play.
Oh, come back!
When you make something within Dreams, you can publish it and let other people play it. It doesn't always need to be about making the big grand thing. It can actually just be about, I've made a really nice rain effect, or I've made a little tune that I really like. So there's lots and lots of different ways in, and like we've been putting a lot of effort into sort of just making sure that there's always a place to start.
So you can just tinker with everything
tinker with
that's actually
everything.
happening there.
Exactly.
Everything that you see, so absolutely everything, has been made in Dreams. And so that means that we're going to see content that has never been seen before.
Doing dream surfing.
Oh,
Got you.
no. That's the thing, you're going to be interested to see what people come
that was
up
why it's
with.
called Dreams, and like right from the beginning it was Dreams.
Yeah.
We wanted it to be something we could get that out, like what's in your head, and out into the screen as quickly as possible before it disappeared.
That need to make something again. We'll make it. Me and you.
It's an amazing tool and looks like a fantastic game. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thanks.
So there you have it, guys, a heap of games, and the best part is there is still so much more to play. I'm really enjoying getting to chat to these developers because it's something you can only do here at E3. So tomorrow we're heading straight back in and we're going to have a look at Ori and the Will of the Wisps, Team Sonic Racing, Concrete Genie and more. So make sure you tune back in on the ABC Me app, iView, and of course the GGSP YouTube channel. For now though, I'm getting my second wind. I think I'm prepared to dive back in there. Here we go. Hey guys, Goose here, last day, more games, E3! Okay, hands on with Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm going to dive into the Toy Box world, which is from Toy Story. Story-wise, I was a bit lost, but the combat felt fluid as I battled around the floor of Andy's room. And fortunately, I wasn't fighting alone. There's the crew, Woody and the crew. It looks better than the first Toy Story film. The second part of the demo was set in a giant toy store. How appropriate. And it let me upgrade to a very fun, very big mech suit, who I found out also fights back. Here we go, ready? Gonna eject. Smash. Next up, a game that's very close to my heart. Now just don't cry, Goosey. I'm joined now by Mark, who's the executive producer of Ori and the Will of the Wisps, a game I'm really looking forward to playing. Mark, tell me a little about what's new in this game.
Yeah, right on. We were really happy with the reaction that we got to the first game. People really fell in love with the characters and the emotional tale that we tried to tell with the game. One of the areas that we thought we could develop more was the combat system. With Will of the Wisps, you can actually customize the way that you play Ori. It gives the player a much wider array of combat maneuvers that they can employ.
Learn to burrow. That's new.
You maybe saw in the trailer, we debuted the Spirit Sword. Now Ori also has a Spirit Hammer. He's got a Spirit Bow and Arrow. And these things, they all play quite differently, making it so that you can play Ori the way that you like to play to your strengths.
Is the story going to be as powerful as the original or more?
We sure hope so. We hope people will feel that same way. It is an emotional tale. You can see already that it has that same emotional pull. It is a very heartwarming kind of narrative tale that we're trying to interweave into the gameplay of the game. And we're really excited to see what people think, not only about what we've shown so far, but what is yet to come.
All right, enough emotions. Time to go fast.
It's an exciting concept because it's something that you haven't seen in other games, and as you've seen generally, there's a trend towards like co-op games where people are playing as teams, and we wanted to capture that and get it in a racing title. You contribute to a team ultimate bar that allows you to be ultimately boosted across the level. So we have the slingshot. The slingshot is essentially a trail that the teammate who's at the front of the pack will leave behind. If another teammate enters that trail, they'll have charged a boost and be slingshot forwards. It's a great way for people who are new to the game to follow a path of someone who already knows the track well. We also have the item box transfer. So essentially this is a way, instead of just collecting items off the track, you can send them back to your other teammates, and the resulting wisp that gets given to your teammates will be increased in power.
Go, 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 go.
get your friends around the game, console, you get playing, and it's also playable online as well, so everyone can join in.
Second, not bad. I'm jumping in now to play a little bit of Overcooked 2, but it's a multiplayer game, so I've got a couple of extra sous chefs to help me out. All right, guys, we ready for this?
Yep.
Let's do it. Which one am I? It's been a while since I played the first game. Luckily, it looks like everyone else knows what they're doing. I'm so useless right now. So we're in a fish restaurant?
Yeah, making some sushi.
Making sushi, okay. One of the easier things to cook. I got fish.
Fish right here. We have 2 plates down here.
Can I put the washing in the bin? I didn't even wash the plates though. Oh! What that's the pushiest chef. I did it, I'm helping. I'm learning by watching. That's the kind of apprentice chef I am in this situation. Okay, over there.
Perfect.
Done. Kitchen's closed. These guys have it sorted. 1, 2, 3 stars? That's unbelievable. We should not have got 3 stars. That was all on these guys here. No help from Chef Goose over here. Yeah, well, you know what they say, if you can't stand the heat, go ride motorbikes. Trials made a big splash at the press conference. So what are you bringing that's going to be new this year?
So it's a new bike called the Tandem Bike, which you and a friend of yours on the same couch can ride on the same bike. You control the bike together. You have to work together to control that bike. We've heard a lot of laughs and a lot of screams here around E3 when people are playing with the Tandem Bike. We're bringing more competition now than ever, so we have the Ghost, and it's more beefed up than before, so you can actually see the Ghost as physical riders riding alongside you. Whether you be offline or online, you can see them anyway. On the creativity side, we're bringing the gear editor, so you can edit all of the gear that you get for your rider and your bike. So you can change the color, you can add stickers and decals onto them, and you can share them with other players. And of course, the track editor is coming back, bigger than ever as well, so you can create more interesting tracks and share them with players.
Spin, 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 spin. Yes! That is an awesome way to finish a level. So this is Concrete Genie, a really unique looking game. You run around this polluted town, painting on all the walls, trying to bring it back to life.
The team came up with this really evocative piece of artwork that showed a boy who was standing up to being bullied by painting these amazing characters in the wall. And when we started unpacking that and thinking about what the gameplay could be, we realized that we could have something cool to say about bullying as a theme actually in the gameplay for what we were trying to do. So that worked out really well.
Definitely, and you've got this amazing art style that translates onto the walls, but it obviously does more than just looks pretty, it comes to life.
Yes, so you can make landscapes that are all living and moving, but you can also make creatures. And emotionally, they're really important because for Ash, they're the friends he wished he had in real life. And so we wanted to make sure that there's a lot of gameplay that underwrites that relationship with them.
Hello.
So you hang out with them, you can play games with them, but they also help you solve puzzles. They have different abilities and personalities depending on how you paint them. And so, yeah, you can have a lot of fun with them and they're just with you and you want to keep caring for them, looking after them as you play the game more.
He's my best friend.
I hope that anybody looks at this and thinks that whether you can paint or draw in real life or not, they would get something out of it, because part of our player fantasy is making anybody feel like they can be an artist. And then also, hopefully, the theme will help people kind of understand bullying from a different perspective. You know, it's an interesting way of drawing people in by getting them to invest in making their own artwork and then feeling the pain of that when it gets ruined and affected by the characters in the game. So I think there's something in there for everybody.
After saying goodbye to my new monster bestie, I realised it was also time to say goodbye to E3 as the week drew to a close. And what a week it had been! I've had a ball meeting creators, playing games, and just getting excited for the next year of what's to come. And sure, it's always comforting to see new entries into series we already know and love. But I have to say my favourite thing this year was seeing new and bold ideas for games that are unlike anything we've seen before. I'm constantly amazed by the creativity on show here as we see these new games push boundaries and stretch the limitations of what video games can be. So that was E3 2018. Thank you so much for coming along on this ride with me. It's been great fun sending these back home, but now it is time for me to head home too. Unless I just head in for 5 more minutes to... I have to go? Yes, sir. Really? Yes. 10 more minutes? No more. Oh, okay.